Hey guys, Tyler here, and today I wanted to try something new and bring you a tutorial, actually, of one of my favorite moves in the Irish dance world. You know, over the years I've found myself using this move as kind of a go-to in many solos, steps, you name it. I think really it's because there's so many different sounds that are going on within the move. The funniest thing about this move is that I really don't have a name for it. I call it bang tip diddlies every so often, but there's really not an official name for it. And you know, the coolest thing about it is it kind of opens out so many different outlets to use the move in so many different ways. And it's one of my best examples of how you can add your own personal flair to some of these moves. So check it out. Let me know what you think about these kind of tutorials. If this is kind of something you'd like to see more often, let me know in the comments below. I hope you get a kick out of it, and I'll see you next time. So I was hearing a lot about the Game of Thrones video I did a while back, and there's a particular move in that I kind of circulated around, you know, like the stuff we just did was kind of like with a clicky theme. Game of Thrones vibe was all about that beat, which comes from that piece, that sound. It kind of worked really well with the music, and it just felt good from the beginning, so during our session, obviously, I kept doing it over and over again because it just fit the music so well. And I got a few comments from people saying, hey, what was that, and how do I do that? Well, first, I gotta say also, kind of from answering from before, but I've been doing Irish dance for about 18, 19 years, so I have that, but if you want to know at least the basics of that move, it comes from the very beginning part. It starts with the front foot. It starts with that bang, so, okay, and you have to almost bring those first two sounds together as one part. So normally you'd go bang, step, tip. There's no back foot, so you go straight into that tip. So bang, tip, okay? And that's the really hardest part. So keeping that weight on the back foot and having the bang and the tip as one motion instead of just two separate ones, because that'll come in handy, getting the sounds together and having it nice and smooth. And then there's a tasty heel drop at the end of this piece, but we'll kind of just put that on the side for now. Really all the sound is, if you take the heel drop away, the sound is so without the heel drop, it sounds like that. And then just by dropping the heel as you're coming back, so that heel drop comes back as you're bringing it back around. But without the heel, I mean, I would say if you're starting to learn this piece, and you're watching this now and you're trying to figure out what you're doing, I know this is kind of like a lightning tutorial, I would start off by trying to match that sound, match that beat without the heel drop. So getting so the bang tip is one piece. So bang toe, and toe. And then just literally hop onto your back leg and replicate it on the left foot. So really that sound is, again, go faster, but you can literally start off by and then when you drop the heel, the only difference is it's just one extra sound as you're coming back. Go faster. It gets a little bit faster. And then practice, feel really comfortable with what you're doing and the sounds and keeping it nice and steady, and you can start throwing some flair to it, start having some fun with it. Just, you know, and the way that I've kind of thrown flair into that move is I separate coming back right after bang tip, I separate my legs out, and I do that. Right off that tip, I've used my thighs to just separate in between the piece. Keeping the rhythm steady, but still keeping the beat, but getting that visual, because, like, it's like, sounds great, but maybe it's lacking some visuals. So we can add some flair to it. And it looks a little bit cooler, and it adds that, like, wait, how did that sound happen? And it's adds a little fun to it. So I hope that helped. Yeah, if you want to watch that again, I'm gonna make just like clip this separately as like a YouTube video. But yeah, for all those people asking about that move, a lot of the crazier dance moves are just really simple, but like it's just practice and repetition, feeling comfortable, and then in my experience, it's having fun with the move. So that one, it's a good strong rhythm. You got a bang, you got a toe, you got a bunch of different sounds going on. But then I decided to have a little bit more fun with it, separated it out, and it takes on a whole new shape.